Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to this session. Can you please let me know if I am properly audible and visible? क्या आप सभी मुझे देख पा रहे हो, सुन पा रहे हो properly? Please let me know in the chat here. All good? Thank you. Thank you so much. So first of all, those who are watching me for the first time, जो मुझे first time देख रहे हैं, I am Niharika John Mehra and I am faculty of English here. I have been teaching English for around 12 years now. So this is me. Now, हम इस session में what we are gonna do is I'm going to discuss a short strategy with you. This is a long-term strategy as we are beginning the course now for exam that is next year. Okay, so this is what we are, this is not a crash course, this is a full-fledged complete course for you. Okay, तो क्या चीजें हैं जो आपको करनी है, what are the things that you need to take care of, what are the things you are supposed to be doing and not doing as well, because I know you have a lot to do, you have a lot on your plate, you have other subjects, you might be taking some other exams I don't know about, you might be working, so we will come up with something that can fit well with even the busiest student preparing for the exam and the one that has a lot of time. So we will try to have something like that, and then we will do some questions so that you can understand where you are standing, which is the area where you require some help. Okay, I'm going to wait for another 2 minutes or so. I am doing great, thank you. Definitely, Pratik, that is one of the things I will be talking about shortly. um, Just give me a moment. Let me share the link with some of my other students as well so we can have more people here. You can also share you should in fact share the link and like the session, and we will shortly start. I'll give you some time to ask your questions as well. So I want you all to listen to me right now. Okay? आप लोग सभी मुझे अभी सुनो, and once I give you time, then if there is something that is left, you still have a doubt about that thing, you can ask. Okay? Yes, I'm going to talk about both of the parts, both the phases. Okay? So I'll brief you first of all how the paper goes. Okay? So you have two phases. You have phase one, which is just qualifying in nature, but you get 30 questions, and these are objective questions. Okay? That means you have 5 options जिसमें से एक सही आंसर होता है, and you get 25 minutes plus 1 for correct answer, and then you get minus 0.25 for the wrong. So that's how it is done. Okay, now this is where you have to some people are confident, but this is where you have to practice a lot regarding speed, and you have variety over here. Okay, I hope you are understanding this thing. Phase 2, of course, because it is phase 2 and this is what will matter more, you have writing skills, that is a descriptive paper, and it is more important. Okay, सीधी सी बात है. Second, यहाँ पे और filter होने हैं students. Yeah, we want to, the RBI wants the best out of best. So they will filter more people. Here comes the role of descriptive in English. Okay, मैं सिर्फ मेरे सब्जेक्ट की बात करूंगी. Kindly don't ask me about other things because I am expert of my subject. Pressy writing, RCs and essays, super important. These days, we don't get letter writing. It used to be there a part of the RBI earlier, long back, but kuch samay se we don't have the letter writing. So I don't know. It can work in favor of some and may not work. Anyways, it is of 100 marks and you get 90 minutes. Okay. There is something extra you need to do for this section. That apart from all things I'm about to tell you, जो चीज़ें मैं अभी आपको बताऊंगी, apart from that, you are supposed to make sure that your typing is really, really good speed wise and it should be correct. So, tip number 1 coming here. all of those who are texting your friends in Hindi and family in Hindi, please start texting at least your friends in English. And this is a hack, okay? And trust me, it will work. And please write and use full words, full sentences. I'll repeat myself. Typing is a major challenge here. We are in habit of shortcuts. We are in habit of writing wrong English or maybe Hinglish, okay? But in exam, if you think overnight I will correct myself, no, it has become your habit now of months, of years to do, like not write but but maybe write just write you, just write because. These are not the right spellings, of course, okay? So, first change in habit which you have to bring is here. Typing is something I have experienced, like my students on paper, on copy paper, they will write very well. But when it comes to typing, they will make blunders, and these are silly mistakes actually, which could have been avoided if they would have practiced typing, and in typing, they follow all the rules. So, one change which you have to bring is start typing complete English, complete sentence, especially with your friends. I believe you can do that. So, stop taking shortcuts now. Inculcate this habit. I hope I'm clear. Till now, there should be no doubt. Why I'm talking about this thing first? Because I don't believe in just giving some hacks for phase one. I want to prepare you to crack the exam that has phase one, phase two, and interview. In fact, interview के बारे में कभी बाद में बात करेंगे, not today. But when I want to give you a strategy, when I talk about an exam, I'm not talking only about pre. I'm not talking only about phase one or phase two alone. Please try and understand. The course that which we have, this is the demo class of our complete course, which will go on for days. You will get the complete package, one-on-one mentorship. I will be taking phase one, phase two English, and I'll tell you how I'll do. Okay, I'll cover all your basics, foundations, plus practice is going to be such that even descriptive writing, I will take your live test. आपका live test होगा, and I'm gonna check your essays. I'm gonna check each and every essay that people submit on time according to the rules. Then whatever pressy you are writing, so I will be giving you personal remarks that okay, you should work on grammar, some other students should work on the content. So that's the way I teach descriptive writing in the course. Okay, of course not here on YouTube. It is not possible to take such a class here, but under our course, that's what you are going to get. Okay, any doubt till now? This is just I have given you a preview of what is asked and what I'm gonna deliver. Now, after this typing thing, let's come to the strategy. Okay, now the strategy is to balance all these 4 points, all these 4 things in your daily practice. Okay, I'll talk individually about it. But tell me, I have a question now. आप लोग मुझे answer देंगे. How much time a day you can take out for English? Tell me. बताओ comments में. What do you have in your mind, or if this is your second attempt, or maybe you have prepared for some other exams, let's say. So how much time do you dedicate as of now to learning English, practicing English? Tell me in the comment section. Two hours, okay. 1.5, 1, okay. Here also I'll tell you some like really practical tricks that will help you to save time. 2 hours a day, okay. So let's assume 1 hour you have given to the sessions that we have, okay. We have 1 hour session, Monday to Saturday, that's my routine, my class schedule. You are left with another 1 hour, or if not that, how will you complete? When I say balance, I want 15 minutes for each. Or let's say grammar is something that is just a one-time thing. Okay. Once grammar is complete, let's say in 15 days, we cover the grammar required for our exam, because you people, the RBI aspirants, you people require grammar for your phase 2 also. It's not just for error detection questions, है ना? केवल error detection के लिए तो नहीं है. So now your thought behind doing foundation, your thought behind doing grammar should be that even if you're thinking to take your interview in English, till then that kind of vision we should have, that we should be able to use correct English grammatically. Huh? So don't write. Right. Okay. Okay. Is that confusing you? Because I don't want to waste time a lot in writing and doing all that, but I just want to make sure that you people get the point in your head. Okay. So getting back to what I wanted to say here, grammar is once done. Post that, after 15 days, what you have to do is you can focus on the remaining 3. Okay? इतनी बात समझ में आई? Now how to do it? Let's start with reading. Your reading is to be done, or you should be completing the reading part from editorials. I hope everyone knows what is editorial. Is there a doubt? If not, then please ask me, I will answer you. Okay, we might have someone who is brand new to the preparation, and we might have someone who is super experienced. Anyways, if there is any doubt, please ask. If not, then let's move ahead. Editorial reading, any one of you can do in any 10 minutes of the day which you are getting. It should be that way. 10 to 15 minutes are enough for editorial. If you are doing 2 editorials a day, then 30 minutes altogether in reading alone. Okay, so okay. I thought something else. It's okay. Let's move on. So editorial के लिए the best source. I know you people might be reading. If you're not reading this, it's not a sin. You can start reading the Hindu, but you can also read some good English newspapers. Okay, the Hindu is my favorite. If you want to level up, then you can go for the Guardian. But the Hindu editorials are quite apt for any competitive exam in India, है ना? So let's talk about the Hindu. इसमें daily 2 articles आते हैं, 2 editorials are there. So you can start reading at least 1 article from here. I hope I have made this clear. You are brand new to this. So anyone new to the preparation, in the beginning you will require more time to read, which is totally okay. Okay, that is okay. But reading के हमारे 2 purpose है. Why you are reading? First of all, you are reading for comprehension. Okay, you are going to read so that your understanding develops. Okay, so that you understand what is written and what is informed to you through that piece of passage or article. Okay, also the second and very important reason why we keep doing reading till end of the exam, this is for your speed. एग्जाम में स्पीड भी इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्पीड ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग, स्पीड ऑफ रीडिंग, RC, very important part which is asked in your phase 1. Students, if you are not good speed wise, you are not gonna get through the paper. And trust me, I have seen students, they attempt 30 questions out of 30 questions and they are getting 28 score, 27 score, like that also. Once a student even got 29. So ultimately speed को बढ़ाने का तरीका क्या है? You have to do this daily. If you're not doing this daily, if you're doing it occasionally, once a week, not gonna happen, sorry to say. So do this thing. I understand not all days are same. I understand that some days you might have a function, New Year's, some kind of festival, anything. So try to at least give 5 minutes, if not half an hour, then minimum time, whatever you can give, minimum time, whichever kind of time you have. Please make sure that you at least read. Read one paragraph, but read the whole newspaper. It's up to you. I would encourage reading in any kind of format. If you want to read online, you read online. If you want to have that touch and feel kind of a thing, then you can get the newspaper subscription and read from that. This is something you want to do. I have seen students, they are busy, they are traveling. So, ma'am, we were traveling, we went somewhere. I was not feeling well. Tell me one thing, okay? Now, this is another question. You might have got, I mean, God forbid, but you might have suffered from cold and cough somewhere this year, maybe. Did you not check your phone? Did you not watch TV? Did you not eat anything at all? You did that, right? Let's say eating chhod do, it's something else. But I am very sure you all have phones, laptops, or if not laptops, at least phone is something which is very common. You all have it, I know. So you might have checked something. You might have used WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you are using. So can't you take out 5 minutes even if you are in the busiest schedule of your life? Okay, I know you can. So even if you get 5 minutes, this should become a habit of reading some or the other thing. If you're feeling bored, okay, if you're feeling bored, feel free to read a short moral story, to read something. If you like sports, read something about sports. If you like Bollywood, read an article on the celeb's life. For a break, to take a break, for a change, you can do that. Read editorial, that is something you have to do, but it gets monotonous, boring हो जाता है. मुझे भी boring लग जाता है कभी कभी. You know, same kind of political news or something. Sometimes it is like that. But you can change the genre of what you are reading, but read. Bottom line is कुछ पढ़ा English में. अच्छा article, अच्छी English वाला. Don't read blogs because they are dramatic in nature and that kind of English is not helping in our exam. Read something from a good website, which is a news based website, or somewhere if you know the author and you know he's a, a person you can trust in the language domain, then you can go ahead and read that. Okay, reading novels not gonna help. Novel readers, sorry to say, it is just gonna kill your time because you would want to know what happens at the end. You want to know the climax. So it will take away the timings from other things. I won't suggest novels. I won't suggest local, not local, but casual blogs. But read daily. Are we clear? I'll take some questions and I'll move ahead now. Okay. Ma'am, while reading editorials, I get bunch of new words in them. Finding all those meaning takes me at least 1 hour. Pratik, to answer your question, this is bound to happen. So, if there is an article and you have 20, 30 new words, you can do at least 10 out of them. 10, number 10 is doable. 10 new words learning is doable. So, just select 10 words and do them. I never ask my students, I will come to this point in vocabulary. I never ask my students to do 30, 40 words a day. 10 words a day, nicely done, it's enough. You do the meanings, you learn them. And rahi baat iski that you are saying that you invest a lot of time, like another 1 hour, in just searching for the meaning. I believe you can just use an online dictionary, download an app. There are free dictionaries available. So typing 10 words and jotting them down should not be taking a lot of time. This is what I feel. So just try that out. Also, understanding the message behind an editorial is not about vocabulary alone. You don't have to translate it. So stop translating. Try understanding English in English itself. Try to understand, okay, this happened in the background. You don't have to write a transcript. Don't translate every word. Don't translate every sentence. This is for all of you. That's why it is taking a lot of time. इसलिए आपको ज़्यादा time लग रहा है पढ़ने के लिए. Even in reading and all, if you are stuck on a word, if you are stuck just on understanding one statement and the meaning behind it, sometimes if you read four sentences and you understand, okay, this happened, this was the culprit, okay, this happened, this is the future, that's enough. That is comprehension. Okay, so you have to learn to do another thing, that is skimming. This you will be able to develop over a period of time, not just from day one. This will happen over a period of time. So first, if you are taking one editorial, and you are taking 30 minutes to do, try to decrease it. Challenge yourself. Today I will read, after 4 days, today I will read the same length of editorial, because editorials are almost the same number of words daily in the Hindu. So now challenge yourself after 4 5 days that I'll take 2 3 minutes less today. Then after a week again 2 3 minutes less. So likewise, lessen the time you are taking to read one editorial, and also start skimming. Skimming is to read in a way where you are able to understand the message behind an article and not to translate. Don't go word by word. Have a bigger picture. Have a zoom out wala look, and that's how you should be doing it. Hmm? Next question was from Satyan. I have appeared for some competitive and experience writing paper takes more than 50% of the exam time, and exams like RBI could not attempt more than 20 questions. So the RBI, of course, is gonna be very challenging compared to the other exams, the competitive or banking exams. You have to do all these things regularly, the things which are on screen right now. That's why this is the strategy I'm sharing with you. So if you are with us daily, आप हमारी classes attend करोगे, we will work on all these issues. These are the things we have to work on with a mentor. Sometimes it is very hard to overcome just by yourself, and that's why we teachers are here to help you. I hope to see you in the classes, but for now, have a time bound practice, follow the things I'm about to share, and it will help you a lot. Okay, so you ultimately need to work on the skimming part, and speeding up your solving questions and other things. Okay, will you take our essay and writing weeks on weekly basis? Okay, so how what I am gonna offer in my course, I will talk about it after a few minutes. Okay, let me first finish other 3 points. Okay, how I will take my sessions, that I will talk after completing this fourth point. Okay, let's come to grammar. So as I was saying, grammar is just a matter of 15 days, which is theory portion. Okay, that's why many of you find it boring, but this is the essence. Sometimes we don't like medicines, right? They are not very interesting. We would not want to go and have a huge prescription from doctor, but it's important for us to get well, and for that we want to take those medicines. Please take grammar as a capsule you need to improve the condition of your English. Okay, आपकी English के लिए दवाई जरूरी. So grammar, we are going to cover this. Okay, the foundation thing, the smallest thing, and from the basics, the foundations, if you are building from here, trust me, your comprehension will enhance, your vocabulary will enhance, and it is going to help you in speed in practice, also in descriptive paper. So grammar ke liye, once you are done with grammar theory, you can stop doing grammar, and instead we will be practicing more. When we practice more in my classes, I make sure I revise the grammar rule used once a while, here and there. If it is a grammar based question, then of course I'm going to explain the rule. So through practice, after it, okay, through practice you are going to continue doing grammar. Are you understanding what I mean to say here? समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? So first 15 days, it's core theory. You have to learn a lot. Okay, these are the raw rules for you. After that, वो rules का application होगा. That is the practical part of your grammar. You will see how it is used in a passage, in a question, for parajumble, for error detection. How do we use it? So that's what you have to do. So ये complete कर लेना. If you are the one जिसने already grammar पढ़ी हुई है, still do it, because starting afresh is never wrong. Okay, now vocabulary, phrases and idioms. इसके लिए पहले ही बता देती हूँ. Let me clear the screen. Do a couple of them, decide a number for yourself, जो आपकी capacity है. Okay, decide a number for yourself, and you can just do that X number of phrases and idioms per week. Okay, need not do it daily. If you want to do daily, like 2 idioms daily, 3 phrases daily, that's okay. But whatever the number is per week, you have to complete a certain number of idioms, a certain number of phrases, जितना बनते पड़ रहा है, ज़्यादा stress लेके नहीं, चलते फिरते. For example, a piece of cake. केक को देखा, केक का वीडियो देखा, पार्टी का कुछ थॉट आया, केक का थॉट आया, you can connect from there and learn. Okay, maybe you came across a phrase that was in the editorial, so try to connect it somewhere in the practical situation or something that you have faced. Okay, something जो आपने खुद ने experience करी है. So likewise, when I say चलते फिरते, I mean very practically try to use a phrase connect an idiom, and that's the way you will be able to retain the meaning of these phrases and idioms. Okay, vocabulary. You people do mistake of doing vocabulary just with the meaning. So how you are going to do vocabulary? First, you will maintain a notebook. Okay, maintain a notebook, because towards the end of the course or whenever you are left with 2-3 days before exam, this is going to be the treasure for you. This is going to be a notebook where you can simply just take out and go through the list of words which you have prepared for months. So in your notebook, you are going to have 10 words. Okay, minimum 10 words, maximum I would suggest 15 words. Of course, their meanings. If you understand Hindi, then you can write Hindi meanings, otherwise English meanings. And usage. Make your own sentence, and in the sentence use that word. So you can make column. You can make, this column is for the word, this is for meaning, and this is now the sentence which you have framed, a small short sentence. So likewise, there should be a separate notebook of vocabulary. And what you have to do is, second rule, make it a rule again, very important, Sundays. So usually my classes are not on Sundays. You can keep the Sundays for revision. किस चीज का revision होगा? That week's words. So once a week revision is very important. How do you revise? Simply read. One time reading, it's enough. Okay? So Sundays are for revision of your words. You will have 60 words if you are doing 10 words a day. So Monday to Saturday 60 words ho gaye. Go through them, revise, and if you feel this is a tough word, this is something I won't remember, आपको पता हो जाएगा. You know in your heart, you know in your mind that this is the word, it's something I won't be able to remember. Use a highlighter. Let's go fancy. थोड़ा सा fancy कुछ करते हैं. Highlight or underline that word. Okay? So later on in future, when you pick up the notebook, you won't have to go through all the number of words. Only वो highlighted वाले words जो आपको tough लगे, that you felt it's tough for you, only those words you will be revising later on in the future. That's the way you are supposed to do vocabulary. In the same notebook, from the end, right, in the reverse pattern, you can make a list of idioms and phrases. Okay, that's how you should be doing it. English vocabulary PDF given in your course is still relevant to new PDF. It's still relevant. See, there are no new words being added in English language. I mean, there are, but they are mostly the linguistic part. I mean, we still are using the same word. The word reading itself is so old. We're still using it, just for an example. So if there is something, a new pattern that we come across, we get to see in exam, we will add those words, no doubt in it. But more or the less, it is going to be the same, because those are the core words. How they are used, now examiner will get creative in that. How, let's say there is a word, okay, which is penance. So the author or the examiner, the one who is setting your paper, he might have asked the meaning of penance in 2019. Okay, then we saw this word in a close test later on. In then another year we saw the use of this word in word usage question. So the way the question is asked using the word can change frequently, but the set of words more or less are the same from which your questions are made. And mostly these are the words that we find in editorial, by the way. That's why doing editorial is super important. Okay? So vocabulary कैसे करनी है समझ में आ गया? Any doubt in vocabulary? We will do some questions also shortly. In 5-10 minutes, we will start doing some questions. I want you to have that experience of answering a question in a given time. तो वो भी करेंगे हम. But nothing. समझ में आ गया? Follow करना है, सिर्फ सुनना नहीं है. You have to just make sure you follow all the things I'm sharing here, at least 90% of it. Now practice. Okay? As I told you, once grammar is done, you are left with 3 things to do on your list. Reading. If you want to break the time of reading, 5 minutes morning, 5 minutes evening. Vocabulary, once done, 10 minutes in the morning, ho gaya. Now practice is something that will help you. Practice of, let's say, objective or subjective, any kind of question. You continue practicing, but the way you practice should be where everything is being revised. So if you are practicing fill-ups, revise vocabulary. If you are practicing RC, your comprehension should be brushed up. If you are practicing an error detection question, the grammar rule should be revised. So we want that kind of quality practice. Practice doesn't mean कि आपने जो question मेरे साथ करे या कहीं पर भी करे, so you just marked and you saw, oh, my first question A correct, second question B incorrect, third question A correct. So I got, likewise I did 10 questions and I got 7 correct, and Yahoo, I'm all good to go. You should know if you're correct for the right reason, and if you're wrong, then why you are wrong. Correct your mistake, learn from your mistake. So we want quality practice. Okay? I don't simply want you people to tick answers. I want you people to learn from right answer or wrong answer. From both the ways you can learn. Okay? What is the source? For vocabulary, if you are joining the course, you will get a lot of material. Apart from this, when you are reading editorial, you will come across words on daily basis. So pick up any 10 words that you feel like are new to you and start jotting them down, like the way I have just explained. Cool? Itna samajh mein aaya? So now, if I give you a calculation, because we like to do that. Let's say initially, in the initial phase, you are using 30 minutes here. Initially, when you will be attending my classes, if my classes, then grammar will be for an hour. You can take another 15 minutes, okay, for 10 words, right? And when we are doing grammar for 1 hour, we will do practice for 10 to 15 minutes only. Okay. And later on, we will switch to 1 hour practice only, because grammar will not be taught anymore. The theory portion will get over. So you will ultimately end up in investing initially somewhere around 2 hours. Okay. But this time also will keep decreasing. You need to decrease the time of reading, not the portion of what you are reading. Okay. This time you need to squeeze. You have to still keep reading at least one article, but it should not be taking that much of time as it used to take earlier. So it should be, your chart should go up speed wise. I hope you're getting. So once you start with 2 hours, you can even do English in just 1 hour. Even if you are after a month or so, even if you are putting 1 hour in doing English, it should be sufficient. Okay. But that's something you will have to figure out for yourself as an individual. I cannot give you a timetable because sabki condition same nahi hoti. We all have different condition, different priorities. So I don't want to get into it. I just gave you a structure to follow. So follow that. Okay. Vocabulary, I would say reading. Earlier we used to suggest word par, but then now the things have changed. Whatever is asked in exam is mostly coming from the editorial or the type of language, the level of language we get to read in the editorials, even the Times of India or You can go ahead for any other English newspaper. So just try to make sure you are reading at least one editorial daily. Okay. In my courses, what I'm gonna take, I'm gonna start with grammar. Now this is about just my course, which is part of this course, this comprehensive course, which is an offline course, but I'll be taking regular online classes. So I'll start with grammar. Okay. Trust me, thoda sa it will take time to uh, get used to this, but just give me a few days. I'll make sure that you people are well prepared. Okay, sometimes we need to do that, right? You want to crack exam? I'm there to help you. You need to be consistent. We will start with grammar and we will move on to practice. That is going to be for phase one initially. And after a month or so, we will move to descriptive practice once a while. Okay. So, descriptive I will start doing after some time because first I want you people to get into habit of reading. Part should be clear. If you're practicing, again, you are revising vocabulary, grammar, and all. So all these three things are going to help in descriptive. Okay. And thoda sa wo prepare ho jaoge. Content will be there in your mind. So I'm gonna plan it this way, where descriptive will start after a few weeks, but then it will start on regular basis along with your paper one practice. Okay, it will be like that. So we give equal time, equal weightage to both the parts, subjective and objective. Descriptive writing, I check in live classes. Live classes. So if you are a student who is regular, if you want to improve personally, it is very important for you to attend my live classes so that you can write essays and I can check in the live class. You can write precis and I can check in the live class. I know many of my students who have benefited from such a pattern that we follow, the way I teach, because you may be going wrong at a place where somebody else is doing great. So it's not about giving you a sample essay and mera kaam ho gaya. I cannot do that now. You cannot mug up an essay and then just write the same if in case it is asked in the exam. You need to be good writers, need to have good typing speed, and for that we need live practice where I am giving you individual remarks. That's what we are going to do in the descriptive. Okay, you can. So good question, Chandan. Whatever you're preparing for phase one of this exam is going to definitely help you for English section in the other exam. Descriptive here is something which is usually not asked. It's asked only in the PO level exams, but not in the others. So yeah, for descriptive, I'm not sure how to what extent it is going to help you. Okay. So if you have any question, you can post here. I'll start giving questions now. We will also have a timer so that you know how much time you are taking. This is a timer for everyone, okay, even the newest student. So just check how much time you have taken to solve the question. Okay, let's begin. You have to answer here in the chat. Like here, if I can give you max to max 1 minute 15 seconds, assuming you people will answer, and this is a multi-error question. So Monica, we need to understand your situation. So, in this course, you will get one-on-one mentorship. This is something we need to discuss in detail, uh, just talking face to face with you. What? All of the above? कितना कितना गलत लग रहा है? You are supposed to mark the correct options, okay? If you are sure that, let's say, A is correct, okay, you can eliminate two options. The claim that there can be a neat insulation. Neat is adjective, this is singular noun, all good to go. Of internal issues. Internal issues किसी country के लिए है, for a country. It is by name internal issues. So how can it be for a country? Internal issues belonging to a country, that means of a country. For is wrong. Global concerns, this is antithetical to the rationale of all institutions, particular the UN. See, the UN is your noun, but it is already the UN, right? So using an adjective before the makes no sense. We wanted an adverb here, okay? That is particularly. So definitely, if you're sure that B or D is wrong, you know all of the above cannot be your answer. Not all parts are correct. Minimum two errors must be there. Okay? So that's why you have A and C. D has error. This is out. Answer was A and C. This is how I'm going to teach in class also. When we will practice, I will try to show you the rule in action, in application here and there. Make sure to like and share the session, guys. Next question. What are the correct parts? Aisha. Okay, tell me the errors. Before I show you the answer, you got to tell me the. So you are saying D and A are correct. Okay, so till now what I've seen, what I can see, you people are saying D and A are correct. Okay. So what are the errors in B and C? Inspire. You are supposed to mark the correct ones, right? You are supposed to mark the correct ones. ये भी पढ़ना जरूरी है. Many students, they read this, I mean, they assume they have to mark the error and they mark the error some parts or part and come. Please read what is asked. Make it a habit of reading instructions. Answer is tolerance and choose. Okay, I mean, D had error, C had error. Error free parts were A and B. Fourth was the answer, fourth option. So India cannot aspire. You people are aspiring to become a banker, to get a government job, right? Aspire is not wrong. India can not aspire to meet global best practices. Okay, global level best, two adjectives are used both for the word practices. In governance, infra and investment climate on the one hand, and on the other choose. Cannot के साथ क्या आया है verb का first form? So when we are using a phrase and continuing with another verb, we have to maintain the same form over here. So India cannot aspire to do ABCD on one hand, and on other hand do something else. तो chose नहीं आना था यहाँ पे. Cannot is the modal verb for which main verb is used here. The same will be used later on also. Two overlooked soft power attributes such as tolerant is adjective, but after such as I am using plural ism. Ism वाले words सारे noun होते हैं. Diversity, ity वाले words all are noun. So we want this word also to be a noun. And that's why tolerance will come. Okay? A and B were correct. You can gauge yourself, where you are standing, where you are lacking, what you are supposed to do. This will show you a mirror of what you need to improve, to work on. Yes, Neha, absolutely right. What about this one? 2523. Wow, diversity in answer. Can anyone tell me the correction? Any error आपने जो देखा हो? Don't tell me correction. Tell me the error. Ma'am, this word is wrong. B part, C part, this word is wrong. Tell me. What do you see is wrong over here? I believe in getting right answer for the right reason. If you are making a mistake, no problem. Learn from that. You are still in a practice class, right? And this is more not even a proper practice class yet. You will get to learn. So we had two errors. Answer is the third one. Two people got it right. The RBI must explain, still explain, what made it is RBI, increase the withdrawal limit tenfold, that means 10 times, within 48 hours. Whenever you give a time limit, the sense is of a time period, the deadline is there. We use the preposition within, not in. Lest it be seen as a move. What kind? Now this is noun, okay? A weighted move. Okay, this is acting as adjective, verb third form as adjective. See guys, political move या फिर वे कैसा कर रहा था, politically कर रहा था. The way or the weight it had was in the sense of politics. That's why politically weighted move makes more sense here. Political move अगर अकेला होता, the word weighted, if I haven't used this word, then political word was okay, but not when I'm using this word here in between. So politically weighted move ahead of the Maharashtra election. So there you go, D and A were the correct parts. No, tenfold. So whenever you use the word fold with a hyphen, twofold, tenfold, whatever the number you are using, वो cardinal number होता है. That means that many times. But now you understand why not folds? Because we are not using, we are not like making it plural because I have n number of things. I hope you're understanding. It is the replacement of number times. This one should be easier. At least one part of it should be. Correction. There is no need of passive here, right? From the sentence, you know that this been that we use with had and verb third form, it is for passive. But the chairman himself is the doer in the sentence, है ना, काम करने वाला. So the bank's chairman had served on the board of the HDIL for 10 years. Okay. So whenever you have for or since, there is a question which we usually get in exam. After this, if there is time period, we use for. Okay. So if there is a time period, 10 years, 10 months, 2 weeks, then we use for. If there is a starting point of time, 2020, okay, in that case you use since. So here from तो आना ही नहीं था, anyways for आना था. A and B are wrong, so definitely all part आपको C और D पढ़ना भी नहीं है. If you are having a good hold on English, on the way grammar is used, then definitely you will know that A has an error and B of course is error sum. So just mark your answer C, D and move ahead. Save time. You can do had been serving. You can do, see, have को had को मत बदलो. Why to use present tense? Past is not wrong there. So you can use perfect tense or you can use perfect continuous. Both of them are okay, but definitely passive was not okay there. Yeah. This is a welcome development. Welcome adjective होता है. Okay, so you don't have to change this. This is a welcome development. इतना sentence खत्म हो गया. This was my main sentence. The rest of the part is just the extra part added for more clarity. So this is a welcome development. Considering the fact we needed a phrase, so syntax error बोलते हैं इसको. यहाँ पे considering आना था, A had error. So these options are out. Fact that there was widespread skepticism among the same parties. When the Supreme Court always takes the before it, be careful, mooted the idea in March. So if you have a timestamp in March, in 2005, in July, in or maybe on a date which is a past date, then you have to use verb second form, that is simple past tense. That's why mooted आना था, moots नहीं आ सकता. Okay, we'll do some vocabulary based questions. Let me test your let you test your own vocabulary. Okay, chalo. We'll do just a few questions. These are double filler questions, and you have two blanks. Any set of a word out of these six can come here. What should be that set? That's what you have to figure. It's okay, Priyanka. That's why you are here to learn. I'm happy you know your weakness. It's very important to know where you are weak and what are the strengths you have. So you know what is your weakness. Now you work upon it. That is wisdom. Answer दो. क्या हुआ? Faster clearances for initiating trials. Okay. Uh, you don't have to go through each and every word, but just understand is welcome. But giving short dash to testing protocols. Now understand. Okay. There is some kind of noun that should come, but giving short something to testing protocols or dash outcomes. The second word should be outcomes kaisa ho. So we want an adjective. So a rough understanding should always be there in your mind. Okay? So, will have dangerous consequences. So what kind of word should I use here? Negative word na? Because it is saying that short something to testing protocols that relates to protocols or some kind of outcomes will have dangerous consequences. So the tone of the sentence you have to understand. Okay, so here the answer was D. But giving short shrift to testing protocols, giving shrift to something. Okay, uh, this is what we get to use when it's kind of bypassing something. Okay, or dash outcomes. So what kind of outcomes I'm talking about? Gratuitous, promiscuous or fudging. Now fudging का सबसे बड़ा मीनिंग जो नाउन वाला होता है दैट इज ऑफ कोर्स नॉट व्हाट वी आर गोना यूज हियर. फजिंग वर्ब का फॉर्म यूज हुआ है. ओके, तो एनीथिंग जो इनएडिकेट है, इट इज नॉट अप टू द मार्क इज फजिंग. So that's what you are saying. Not up to the mark outcomes, not good outcomes. Outcome तो है, but it is just casually done. So that's what यहाँ पे fudging है, and that's why you have outcomes which are not at par. That was your answer. Other words, I always take other words which I feel are tough for students and they should learn. So here, if you want to go ahead with the word, gratuitous is something when you don't have a good reason behind doing something. Okay, so it was not without reason why somebody did something. It has no particular reason behind it. Promiscuous is a word which is used specifically for anything that is suggestive. Okay, which is loose in character. Okay, indiscriminate. So we cannot use this word also. Wanton and spiteful are synonyms. Okay, both of them they mean something which is evil. So these are the other words. Okay, so I'm gonna end the session here. My time is up. I will be continuing the session. I'll try bringing pre-YQs also, at least some demo sessions we have here on YouTube. So till the time I have, I will make sure that you get to know where you are standing. Abhi, just by doing 5-6 questions, you cannot decide that, okay, I am here. But let's practice a little bit more in the coming sessions. Let's do some PYQs. Let's understand what you need to do. And then you can work upon that particular thing. You can go a particular way, right? So you always avoid negative things. Thus, I'm so bad. No, 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 Pratik, it's not like that. Like that. Sometimes it's just a hard thing for someone to do. You may simply be the one who is unable to understand how a rule is used, and that's why you are making such questions incorrect. But okay, learn, do the foundation course once again, do the foundation classes once again. You'll be through. Okay, fine. So I'll meet you in the classes now. No, not in classes, but YouTube classes for now. Tomorrow, 8 to 9 p.m., same time. Okay, thank you. Bye. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.